Greetings and welcome to Hereticus, a Warhammer 40,000 Dark Heresy 1st edition campaign. In this introductory video, I'll be talking a bit about what the concept is, what we'll be playing, and who will be playing in this game. So, like I said, we'll be playing Warhammer 40,000 Dark Heresy 1st edition. There are 2 editions of the game, but we'll be playing the first one. Originally, it was released by Black Industries, which was at the time a subdivision of Games Workshop, the company that owns the rights and who produces Warhammer 40,000 materials, primarily for the war game, and later published by Fantasy Flight Games under license. That license has since expired, and the role-playing game is no longer being produced. So if you do find this interesting and you do think it's worth picking up, I suggest sites like, well, Amazon, of course, because their third-party dealers, their affiliates may have it in stock, and also sites like web shops like Noble Knight Games, which is a used role-playing or gaming material website in general. But anyway, we'll be playing the 1st edition of Dark Heresy. Dark Heresy being a system that focuses on investigation, horror, and survival in the 41st millennium, that is, the Warhammer 40,000 setting. So, in case you don't know what exactly Warhammer 40,000 is, like I said, it takes place in the 41st millennium. Mankind has is spread across the entire galaxy in what is known as the Imperium of Man, and it is in this setting that the campaign takes place. The 41st millennium is a dark, grim place, a grim, dark place. Dominated by religious zeal and xenophobia and basically the idea that humanity is above all else, and if you don't conform to this very narrow view of what humanity is, you are to be purged. And at the center of it all is the God Emperor himself, or rather his corpse, entombed in the Golden Throne on Terra. And it is this and basically the Empire revolves around the faith of the God Emperor, and the idea of, like I said, humanity being above all else. And in this setting, basic human rights as we know them today and we enjoy today, such as, or at least in most parts of the world, such as freedom of speech and freedom of religion, simply don't exist. These basic principles don't exist in the 41st millennium, and being a human within the Empire is for the vast majority of humanity is eternal hardship and bleakness. So it is within this setting that the players play their characters. Basically, the characters are acolytes of the Inquisition. The Inquisition being this massive, shadowy organization with a mandate to combat and destroy the multitude of enemies of the Imperium, such as heretics, witches, sorcerers, secessionists, rebels, aliens, minions of chaos, etc., etc., etc. There are literally a multitude of enemies. And think of the Inquisition as you could compare it to the Spanish Inquisition. Basically, it operates above and above the laws of the Imperium, the laws of mankind, and it uses any means at its disposal to destroy the enemies of the Imperium. Even going so far as, in the most dire and extreme circumstances, destroying entire planets in what is known as the Exterminatus. And the players, or rather the Inquisitions that make up this massive organization, are extremely powerful individuals with vast resources available to them. And among these resources are cells of agents that they of acolytes, as they are called, that they use to do their dirty work. And the players play these one such cell of acolytes, and will follow their exploits as they undertake missions for their Inquisitor, as they investigate, as they fight the enemies of the Imperium. So that's the setting. The game itself, Warhammer 40,000, Dark Heresy, both first, well, all of them really. There are more than just these two tabletop role-playing games set within the 41st millennium. But the basic concept is based on the idea of percentile dice. Basically, your character has a certain number he or she has to roll under in order for him or her to succeed at any given task. And it is it's a somewhat lethal game. It's very easy to die in this game, and combat won't it won't be as dominant as it is in, say, the Pathfinder RPG or its parent RPG, Dungeons and Dragons. There will be combat, there will be plenty of action, but the game will also focus heavily on investigation and survival in the surviving the horrors of the 41st millennium. So we'll see a lot of social interaction, we'll see a lot of investigation in this game, and we'll see a lot of action as the acolytes combat the enemies they come across. And hopefully we won't see any. We'll stick with the characters that the players have come up with, but I can't guarantee anything, because I have this principle as a GM that I'm not going to fudge anything. I'm not going to fudge any die rolls. I believe in that. I believe in the randomness of the dice, and I believe that there is this game element to a role-playing game, and this risk of losing your character. And I think that's part of the appeal of a role-playing game, is the idea that you can actually, that there is a threat. It depends on the role-playing game being played, of course. In this game, especially, and also whenever I play Pathfinder RPG or Dungeons and Dragons or most other role-playing games, the idea that I can lose my character appeals to me, because it forces me to think in more ways than just charging in and battling whatever it is I'm facing head on, unless that's the character concept I've created, of course. But yeah, so there won't be any fudging of the dice, and if a character dies, a character dies, and a new one will be introduced. That's it, and my players know this. and I assume have accepted it because they're still role playing with me. So yeah, that's basically that's the game. And who will be playing? Well, if you've been following any of our other games, such as A Song of Tara, Burning Wheel, and now Masks, I do believe the first episode of Masks has been published by now. But if you've been following any of those games, the players will be familiar faces to you, or voices, as the case may be. Basically, we have Aya, who in A Song of Tara plays Taryn. She's also featured in Burning Wheel and Masks. We have Chris, who you'll recognize as the Welsh werewolf Taliesin, the alpha of the pack in A Song of Tara. We have Joan, who is the storyteller in A Song of Tara. And we have finally Rasmus, who played Shiva first, and who now plays Marty in A Song of Tara, and he's also featured in both Burning Wheel and Masks alongside Aya. And finally we have yours truly, Heine, who plays I play in A Song of Tara. I played Connell, and after he left Dublin, I've been playing Liam. So those are the people who will be playing in Hereticus of Warhammer 40,000 Dark Heresy First Edition campaign, and I really look forward to it. I'm stoked. I'm super hyped for this game. I can't wait to get underway. We'll be playing every other Tuesday, so hopefully the episodes will be available for you to watch every other Wednesday, the day after. So that's it. I hope you'll join us as we see what grueling tasks the Inquisitor has in store for our acolytes. And yeah, spread the word. Keep watching our other exciting games we have going on, A Song of Tara and Masks, and whatever else we can conjure up throughout the year. And yeah. So, bye.